JSP elements in Jakarta server pages. Here you can see JSP elements. In the web application design JSP pages, we have to use the following element here. JSP directives. In web applications, JSP directives can be used to define present JSP page characteristics, to include the target resource content into the present JSP page, and to make available user-defined tag library into a present JSP page. All the JSP directives are going to be resolved at the time of translating JSP page into the servlet. The majority of JSP directives will not give a direct effect to response generation. JSP actions. In JSP applications, scripting elements are often want to allow Java code inside JSP pages, but the most theme of JSP technology isn't to permit Java code inside JSP pages. In the above context, to preserve the theme of the JSP technology, we have to eliminate scripting element from JSP pages. For this, we have to supply alternative, that is JSP actions provided by JSP technology. In the case JSP actions, we will define scripting tag in situ of the Java code in the JSP pages, and that we will provide the respective Java code inside the classes folder. In this context, when the JSP container encounters the scripting tag, then the container will execute the respective Java code and perform specific action called JSP action. JSP scripting element in web application. JSP scripting elements are often want to provide code in JSP pages. All JSP script elements are going to be resolved at the time of request processing. The majority of scripting elements will give a direct effect on response generation. JSP scripting elements enable you to insert Java code directly into the servlet that will be generated from the current JSP page. There are three types of scripting element. Declarations. Declaration of the form of that is inserted into the body of the servlet class outside of any existing method. Scriptlets. Scriptlets of the form that are inserted into the servlet service method. Expressions. Expressions of the form that are evaluated and inserted into it. JSP declarations. It is often want to provide all the Java declarations like variable declarations, method definitions, class declarations, and so on. A declaration can consist either method declarations or variables. Static constants are a good example of what to put in the declaration. JSP you write turns into a category definition. All scriptlets you write are placed inside one method of this class. You can also add variable and method declarations to present class. You can then use these variable and methods from the scriptlets and expressions. You can use declaration to declare one or more variables and methods at the category level of the compiled servlet. In fact, they are declared at the class level rather than the body of the page is significant. The class members, variables, and methods can then be employed in by Java code within the remainder of the page. When you write a declaration during a JSP page, remember these rules. First must be ended with declaration with a semicolon. To open greater than sign, dollar sign, int I equals 0, semicolon, greater dollar sign, less than sign. For example, we can use variables and methods that are declared in the package imported by the page directive without declaring them in a declaration element, and we can declare any number of variables and or methods within the one declaration element as long as the end of declaration with a semicolon. Declaration must be valid in the Java programming language. If you offer any Java declaration by using declaration scripting element, then each one of the declarations are going to be available to the translated servlet as class level declarations. JSP scriptlets. This scripting element often want to provide a block of Java code. It can contain any number of language statement, variables, and method declarations or expressions that are valid within the page scripting language. Within a scriptlet, you can do following. One, on the JSP page, declare variables or method to use later. Write valid expressions in the page scripting language. Use any of the implicit objects or any object declared within with the element. On the JSP page, write any other statement valid in the scripting language used. All text HTML tags or JSP element you write must be outside the scriptlet. If we offer any block of Java code by using scriptlets, then that code is going to be available to translate service servlet inside underscore JSP service method. This code placed in the scriptlet goes to the underscore JSP service method of JES class as it is. The code is useful as request processing logic to process the request. Variables declared in the scriptlet becomes a local variable of underscore JSP service. All implicit objects of JSPs are local variables of underscore JSP objects with JSP service method. And the code of the scriptlet also goes underscore JSP service method. So we can use implicit object in scriptlets. We cannot place method definitions in JSP because they become the nested method of underscore JSP method, and Java does not support nested methods. JSP expressions. This is a scripting element. This scripting element I often want to evaluate the only Java expression and display that expression resultant value on the client browser. The expression element contains a Java expression and returns a worth. This value is often this value is then returned to the HTML page. The expression tag can contain any expression that's valid constant with the Java language specification. This include variables, method calls, then return values, so any object that contains this toString method. It evaluates the given expression displayed, generated result into the browser windows. Anything that return a result is called an expression. If we provide any Java expressions in expression scripting elements, then that expression will be available to translate servlet code underscore JSP service method as a parameter to out.write method. If the expression tag is used perfectly when there is no need of using out.println on the JSP page, the code placed in the expression tag goes to the underscore JSP service method of GES class. So we can use implicit object in expression tag. We can use the expression tag for instantiation and display data of the object. We can use the expression tag to call both user defined and predefined method, which returns results. Here the Java expression is evaluated and then converted to string and inserted in the page. This evaluation is performed at runtime when the page is requested, and thus has full access to the information about the request. Here you can see JSP elements are connected to JSP directives and scripting element and JSP actions. In JSP directives are connected to page, include, and tag lib. Scripting elements are connected to a declaration, scriptlets, expressions, and comments, and JSP actions are connected to standard actions and custom actions. Now this is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for watching it.